Neeraj, what is the earnings texture of Astral actually telling you? I mean, is that to be correlated to, I don't know, demand on ground, urban or rural, or is it going to trickle into housing, etc.? Is there a multiplier effect that one can actually, sort of read through from Astral's performance?
Yeah, actually, what is visible from this performance is that definitely there is a slowdown. Whether I think this is temporary or it's a medium-term slowdown, difficult to say right now. But this kind of demand outlook and demand, and the kind of number they declared, and otherwise also if you see these stocks had run up so much earlier in the last 2 3 years that the valuations had become unsustainable. And on top of that, if you declare, like you saw in PG Electroplast also, should declare bad numbers and a bad outlook, immediate outlook, then you'll see these kind of corrections, which can be massive for some stock purely because valuations have been really stretched. So there is a concern. There is, I think, even on the housing space, I think there was some consolidation, some slowdown visible there. So let's see how it plays. Again, they are all hoping that when we go closer to the festival season, sales will pick up. So I think that segment and related sectors are, I think, a wait and watch for the time being.
Wait and watch on this entire segment for the time being. But Neeraj, another stock that's in focus today, in fact, another basket of stocks is the entire fertilizer space, and one of them in particular, RCF, is going to be in focus because their board is going to be meeting today to mull fundraising. So all eyes are going to be on that stock. But other than that, let's talk about the full sector, Neeraj, in terms of fertilizers. A couple of weeks ago, we saw a little spike in these stocks, but after that, they've been absolutely silent. What are you making of this entire pack, given that monsoons have been healthy this year? Are you seeing any positivity when it comes to this pack?
Yeah, I think there is. They have consolidated a lot. I was tracking one stock, GSFC also. There's been a lot of consolidation, and there is a capex which is going on in some of these companies where they're expanding capacity, adding new product. So all that will definitely play out well for them. One, because the monsoon have also been good, so demand should pick up. But then still a huge part of these companies are dependent on government subsidies. So that is one which is always, some sort of a niggling worry in the sector. But otherwise, looking at the scenario, the kind of good monsoon you got and the consolidation that happened, I think valuation-wise, they become attractive. I think for the next, I think 6 to 9 months, I can see some positive movement in this sector.
Interesting. Reliance, that's also going to be one stock which is important. Reliance has got its 48th AGM that's going to be held end of the month. That's on August 29th. Now, remember, in the last, I think, 4 AGMs, market was quite disappointed because market was going in with higher expectations and there was pretty much nothing that actually came by. Historically, of course, Reliance AGMs have been known to be marquee events wherein big announcements have been made in the past, and one can really historically chart that as well. But yeah, the good thing is, given how flat and no big announcement the last 4 AGMs have been, the market is in any case going into this event with very, very modest expectations. So thereby, some room for a positive surprise if a little one as well may come by. And given how muted the stock performance also has been, vis-a-vis what the rest of the market has done to what Reliance has been doing, I mean, it's struggling to even cross that 1400, 1500 price point. It's just been, snapped in a range, and that too at the lower end of the band, if you were to take, I think, a 2 to 3 year kind of comparison on Reliance. But Neeraj, any takeaways? Any thoughts on what we could hear from the AGM this time?
Actually, like you rightly said, expectation is low this time, but definitely some timeline on the Geo IPO and some more, news on that would be something we should be looking toward. And lately, if you see last couple of quarters, Reliance retail numbers have been good. So some more visibility there on what is their trajectory that can follow and how retail is going to shape. What is the long-term plan there? So this is something that will be interesting to watch out as far as the AGM is concerned.
Right.